It's time to talk about the sexual abuse of our children. It's difficult for me to talk about it, and I talk about this issue every day. So I understand why Canadians and people around the world don't want to talk about child sexual abuse. But whether we want to talk about it or not, it's time to talk about it.
It's everywhere. It's all around. It's all around the world, and you know, those journalists who take the time to make stories and go a little further than everybody else and develop about the issue is just a huge thing.
My dad was abused by priests when he went to residential schools, and my mother was a survivor as well, and both of them suffered terrible physical, sexual, and psychological abuse over the years. So that has to stop, and that happened within our own country. So it's nice to shine the light on our own backyard to say, hey, we need to do what we can here because it's happening out on our streets.
Welcome to the 2015 Beyond Borders ECPAT Canada Media Awards.
My text explores the way pornography influences teenagers' relationships and their sexual behaviors. By posting or sending pictures of themselves or friends naked, they produce child pornography without being aware of what they're doing.
On se rend compte qu'il y a d'autres journalistes à l'autre bout du pays qui ont fait des histoires aussi prenantes, bouleversantes. Puis ça nous permet, à notre tour, de les partager, de les faire connaître, soit à la communauté journalistique, mais aussi au grand public.
Je pense que c'est la responsabilité des journalistes d'en parler, de montrer c'est quoi la vraie réalité derrière tout ça. Il y a quelque chose qui vous donne le mal de cœur quand on sait vraiment qu'est-ce qui se passe dans tout ça.
We called her Kimberly. It wasn't her real name, of course, but it was the name that reporters gave her when she first made the headlines in Toronto as the city's youngest child prostitute. She was 11. She wanted to get out, she told me, but she was trapped. And she predicted that her death would be her only way to escape. I lost track of her for a while. Then I got the news. She'd overdosed in a cheap Niagara Falls motel. She was just 19. Her real name was Amanda Aldridge. And in her memory, I would like to thank you all for the incredible work you do to save these children and for the honoring me with this wonderful award. Thank you.
People like Bob and Dale showing other victims of abuse what they have. Other victims of abuse hopefully won't be quiet and hopefully will come forward and hopefully more and more cases will be prosecuted.
It is the responsibility of adults of the world to protect the most vulnerable and frankly the most important of all people, the children. The damages created by childhood sexual abuse are both extensive and long-lasting, and not only to the child, but to their families, friends, and to the society as a whole.
They're not winning the award because they were victims of sexual abuse. If an award had to be given out of every victim of sexual abuse, there wouldn't be enough awards to give out. They're being given this award because of their advocacy.
And healing from my past, abuse is always a dance between reframing the past in the way that allows one to free yourself from shame and embracing the future with compassion for yourself as you move forward, knowing that your experiences have shaped you, but do not have to define you. And I'll end this how I end every email that I sent, and at this time you can now donate to Beyond Borders. Thank you.
This topic is constantly moving and changing, and we need the public to be attuned to that, and even others working in the field, intersecting with children, understanding some of the real relevant issues that we're facing, both offline and online.
We have to take responsibility for this. Like, we actually have to address it, because if we don't, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And it's happening. Like, we're seeing it. All the experts, all the authorities are saying it's getting worse. The victims are getting younger. If we don't have these most basic fundamental conversations about what's happening to our children, it's going to get worse. And we play a role in their victimization. It's got to stop.
What Beyond Borders does, in my view, is shines an intense light on our system, exposes any of the failings, not with any malice, but with intent to improve it and to help victims throughout this long journey to healing.
And we need to understand the implications this has for our future as a nation. And if we don't do something about it today, we're just going to have that problem and all of the problems that come from it magnify in the future.
The most important thing that you can do now is to keep talking about child sex abuse, because it is time to talk about it. Where is our empathy? Please, please, please respond as best as you are able to this call of action. Thank you.